What kind of reboot, restart did I mention yesterday for humans? Sleep is one we do every night. It's restarting. What's a major restart? Death. Death. This is a major restart. When you are so messed up that they say, no, there's no help, we have to restart him, yeah? So then, okay. So now you see a completely new and a very positive way of seeing death. And it's, I know, I told this yesterday, I know it's not fantasy, it's not theory, I know it by actual experience. This when I had this accident 3 years ago and I was in a coma for 1 month, and I was given the chance, you want a reboot or you want to just continue with the mess you have already created? And I choose to come back and have the mess, sort out the mess that I had created. So, but there's other ways to restart. And this is, you mentioned one is meditation, yes? When you just try to, whatever meditation you find good for you, but it's always a DLE. It means you go out of what you do all the time and do something definitely different. So whatever your meditation philosophy is, it's always different than what you do in the everyday situation. So this is, what is this? This is a DLE. You just get out and do something totally different. And then if it's 5 minutes, 1 hour, it's not so important, but that you are totally dedicated to being in this other state of mind and body. And this is a restart. And as I said, this Buddhist monk I saw at the airport in Kuala Lumpur, he had this restart about every 5 minutes. He was talking to all the people around him, and then suddenly he would freeze. And then again talk, yeah? So he had a restart every 5 minutes. So this is, of course, much more beneficial than if you do meditation once a day or once a week. Yes, if you do this, then the frequency is way increased. Like most people, they go one time to church, maybe at Christmas. Yeah, that's of course not a good restart. Yeah, yeah. But monks did know they did not only have to meditate or pray once a day, they had to get up 3 times a night, at 2, at 4, at 6, and then go back to sleep. A restart. Of course, there's totally different degrees of the need for restart, but when somebody is sick, it's kind of the extreme. Then the sickness is prompting him for a restart. And how can we help this? Of course, we can tell him to meditate, but often this doesn't work. What else can we do? I have also another 100%. I mean, now what they actually found, and this is contrary to our intuition or our culture, that actually when people have a really serious disease, they put him in an induced coma. Imagine, you think like going from very severe disease to coma is going from bad to worse. But they found out it works. They make with medication induce an induced coma, and then when they get out of this, they are better, or maybe healed even. So that's a very drastic way of restart, yeah? But what other ways we can do? What are you doing? Well, my favorite one is sending my patients to India. Because once they've been there for a week, they say, did I have any problems? No. No. Seeing all this mess here and all this chaos and all this, I had never had a problem, I swear. So they are healed, instant healing. You just arrive in New Delhi airport and you say, I'm healed. If you let me go back, I'm healed. I said to Deborah, I have lived 5 years in India, so I know what I'm talking about. I don't know how I survived, but I'm better now. Maybe I'm better because of India. And I know that's why I create so many enlightened beings there, because they're restarted so often during a day that you better be enlightened. It's much less painful. I know. See, this is funny, but it's. I think it's the truth. Because when you have a great frequency of this restart, it makes you more healthy. But if the frequency gets even more, it's enlightenment. That's as simple as my philosophy is simple as this. And so I told this to Deborah. I said to her, well, now we have been in 52 countries in the last 18 months. 18 months, 52 countries. And I said to her, like in August, we were going to India just for 2 weeks. I said to her, be prepared, this is different than any of the other 51 countries. And she said, no, I've seen so much. So we arrived in New Delhi airport, and there were like 100 taxi drivers outside waiting to drag us in their taxi. And after this, she was crying for 24 hours. Crying is another reset. It's a reset. You see, it's a purification and like a letting go, and that's another reset. So if you can induce voluntary or involuntary crying or shouting or madness, that's another restart. Yeah? And we do this all when tension gets too much. We just explode, yes? Or if people have a nervous breakdown. These are of course all kind of drastic. They could be made easier if you understood the principle. But it's the best way nature chooses. Under the given circumstances, under the given resources, nervous breakdown is the best possible solution. So it's not, no disease is ever a mistake. It's always the best possible choice of nature given the available resources. So if we want to change something, we have to change the resources, not to fight the disease. Because this is like fighting the messenger.